I got a big clone haul for you today, 10 fragrances. Each of them is a Middle Eastern brand's interpretation of a much more expensive fragrance. This is a house that does very high quality scents on a serious budget, usually 10-20% of the price of the original. So this one is a wide range of fragrances. I think there'll be something that everyone will enjoy. We're gonna get into this. Before we do, be sure to clone the like button and give it a click and subscribe to the channel if you like the video. Let's go ahead and begin. The house is Generic Perfumes. I've featured them a number of times on the channel. This is a lot that was sent to me by the brand. I do not get any money from them. I don't even have affiliate links or anything like that. They send me fragrances. I give you my honest opinion, and there is no monetary deal whatsoever. Just being transparent with you guys. But I will tell you, there are some bangers in this list, so let's go ahead and dive in. This is one that is one of my favorite newer DNAs. I've bought Dua's version. I've tried the original. I actually like a couple of the clones better. This is Generic Perfume's take on Tom Ford Black Lacquer. I love this DNA. It is a dark, very peculiar, creative, kind of a scent profile. It actually does have a little bit of a lacquer smell, and it is powerfully, powerfully spicy and powerfully aromatic. If you like that kind of thing, sweet, spicy, aromatic fragrances, this is a very unique scent and one that I have really fallen in love with. And I actually do like Generic Perfume version better than the Tom Ford. It seems to last longer and be a little bit more potent. Their take on Black Lacquer. Next up, Generic Perfume's take on the newest Guerlain L'Homme Ideal flanker, the Parfum. And this fragrance is phenomenal. I love the Ideal fragrances. I have most of them. They are basically sweet almond fragrances, and each of the flankers has its own thing. Like the EDP has got a wonderful cherry note. The L'Intense is kind of a smoky version. The Extreme has got some plum and woods. This one really focuses on leather. It's still got the almond, you got some of the spice, you've got really everything that this fragrance is beloved for, but the leather, which is featured in some of the other flankers, is really at the forefront here. It's really prominently featured, and they did a really great job with it. I actually have a couple dupes of this fragrance now, and I think this one is probably the best. Again, Generic Perfumes, L'Homme Ideal Parfum. Next up, this one is actually a reproduction of a discontinued fragrance that I never smelled the original, but Ash at Gent Scents has talked about the original so much. When I saw that Generic Perfumes did a version of it, I went ahead and picked it up. So this is Midnight in Paris, Van Cleef & Arpels. And Generic Perfumes, of course, has done their take on this fragrance. And it's good. It's interesting. It is probably leaning more mature than what a lot of younger guys would like. It is kind of a powdery, aromatic, floral fragrance. Definitely something that I would say dresses up well. There is a little bit of sweetness in it also. So you can look up the actual profile and see if it's something you'd like. But I wanted to mention it because I'm enjoying it, and it's a discontinued fragrance that you can still pick up from Generic Perfumes. This next one is amazing. This is a absolutely gorgeous, impressive, breathtaking type of fragrance DNA. This is an alternative to Xerjoff Oud. This is Generic Perfume's Oud Man, and this is a sweet, powdery, aromatic fragrance with a lot going on. You've got notes like citrus, rum, guaiac wood, rose, vanilla, coffee, musk, and ambergris. And something about the way that the citrus and rose work together, a lot of my favorite fragrances of the past year have a similar rose citrus combination, but the rum and the powerful sweetness coming from that vanilla as well as that coffee and woods mixing in there, giving it a very distinct darkness. This is one of those fragrance profiles that is a clash. There is, you know, sweet and floral and dark and woody all clashing together, but it works so very well. And I've never actually smelled the original, but I love this fragrance from Generic Perfumes, Oud Man. Another discontinued fragrance, they have done a version of the old Valentino Uomo. So this is Uomo, and I have the newer Valentino Uomo, which I don't love. I like Uomo Intense much better. The current Uomo has a particular note, I think it's a myrtle note, that is pretty prominent, that to me, it's just not my favorite note. Well, this one has a little less of that and a little bit more of the gourmand sweetness, I think coming from hazelnut, maybe chocolate as well. It's actually really good. I have been enjoying it. I haven't done side by side yet with the current Uomo, but if you want this discontinued DNA, this is one place you can get it. Next up, this has become one of my favorite fragrance profiles over the past year or so. I've tried several different brands' take on this DNA. If you haven't got your nose yet on Clive Christian Blonde Amber, if you like sweet, spicy fragrances, you really need to check it out, a dupe or the real thing. This is Generic Perfumes Blonde Amber. This is their A+, which is kind of their mid-tier of quality and strength, and it is phenomenal. This is an absolutely gorgeous, ambery, vanilla, ginger, spicy fragrance. It's in the family of something like a Parfums de Marly Altair, but definitely spicier, or even possibly more so, something like The Chronic from Byron, another one of my absolute favorites over the past couple years. This is that kind of fragrance, breathtaking, warm, sweet, spicy, compliment getter, and I would say mass pleasing, even though it certainly is a niche profile. Again, their take on Blonde Amber. Next up, so recently Creed released 2 new fragrances that have gotten a little bit of love, but they haven't blown up like some of their fragrances do. I'm talking about Creed Centurus and Creed Delphinus. Well, Generic Perfumes has done a version of both of those, and I actually am very impressed with both of them. This is their take on Centurus, and this is a tobacco fragrance. It is a definitely a dense tobacco fragrance. There is a little bit of a woodiness that will remind you of oud. You've also got a good bit of spiciness from some cinnamon. Of course, you've got a dark kind of realistic tobacco. It's really good, and I will tell you that I got another brand's interpretation of this fragrance, and something about it was very off-putting. It just turned a little bit funky, bitter or pungent or something. This one doesn't have that at all. It just remains smooth, it remains steady, and it's a very good tobacco fragrance. Again, Centurus. And this is their A+ version as well. And next, their take on Delphinus. This is also their A+ version. I really, really like this DNA. So this is a vanilla and almond and heliotrope, powdery, floral fragrance. It is quite sweet. It's definitely unisex, and something that I would say some guys would say is definitely too feminine for them. But if you can do powdery, sweet fragrances, this is very, very good. The florals actually come across a little bit more like fruitiness to me, mixing with that kind of gourmand sweetness and powdery vibe with the almond and heliotrope. It's very, very good and very strong. Many of Generic Perfumes fragrances are very strong, and this is one that lasts a long time. Really, most of the ones that I've just shown you last a long time as well. It doesn't smell like oud, but there are some small similarities that I would say if you like one, you'd probably like the other. This is one that is Generic Perfumes' take on a fragrance that I bought that I loved the way it smelled, but the performance was horrible. And so I picked up this one. The performance is actually a lot better. This is Gavanchi Gentleman EDT Intense, which is quite a bit different than the original EDT, which is kind of vanilla pear iris. This one is a little bit more woody. It's a little bit darker, not quite as bright or sweet, but it is a similar fragrance profile altogether. And whereas the original, for some reason on my skin, would last like 2 hours, this one is definitely more in that like 6 to 8 hour range, much more acceptable. Again, Gentleman EDT Intense, very well done. And finally, one that is just a legendary, masculine, classy fragrance is Gerlain, L'Instant de Gerlain. This is the EDP, Generic Perfume's take on that. There was a release of the EDP in the old style bottle that is like a grail fragrance now, sells for ridiculous prices on eBay. Gerlain has actually re-released it in a different bottle now. I don't know the difference between the two, but I can tell you this one smells very good. This is kind of a patchouli and cacao, woody, aromatic fragrance. There is some sweetness, but it's not an overly sweet fragrance. It's more of a kind of classy, classic masculine fragrance with some sweet notes and chocolatey notes that really make it a very impressive fragrance. Gerlain technically is a niche brand, and this is the kind of fragrance that you would smell and assume you're smelling a $300 fragrance. You've got notes like star anise, elemi, pepper, cacao, sandalwood, smoke, patchouli, and others, even a little bit of a tea note. Really good stuff from Generic Perfumes. Now, I will tell you that in order like this, I picked fragrance profiles that I am interested in, that I like, and it just so happens that in a lot like this, there's not any of them that I say, I don't really like this, but it's because I pick stuff for the most part that I've already smelled or already owned or already like. I'm just telling you, this is a great lot. You can get almost anything from Generic Perfumes. I've got a really good discount code where you get 25% off or free shipping. If you spend $100, you get free shipping. You can find that down below. You might want to put together an order of like 10 travel sprays. Just sample 10 different fragrances. You're going to get things that are close to the original and very affordable. You might want to check it out. Keep in mind they ship from Kuwait, so shipping is usually actually pretty fast, but you know, sometimes people say, I tried to use my American credit card and it didn't work. That's why. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on Generic Perfumes down below. Do you have originals of any of these? What do you think? Remember to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Justin. This is Sillage Scents.